Change is funny, like people probably see me now and think I'm pretty confident about some of these things. Back then, your back was kind of against the wall, so you had no choice but to commit to it. You had to make it work. And then once you've been through that process, it gives you the confidence to do the next thing and the next thing, be it hill country development or the bull beef thing or the irrigation. It's just having that mindset that things are always going to change. There's not a constant on this farm. Matthew Tayler here, and with my wife Shona and my kids, we farm on Lorne Peak Station, just out of Garston, developing 5,600 hectare property, wintering somewhere north of 20,000 stock units. Granddad came up in 1960, 3,500 sheep, a horse and a handful of cattle, and Dad and my uncle come along and they bought a few neighbouring places. Dad had probably put more emphasis on growing the business by buying more land rather than the stock performance, which at the time was probably the right decision. So initially there was just me and Dad here, store stock property, then we did the farm succession stuff about 12 years ago, and so that's when we dissolved that partnership between Dad and his uncle and cousins and stuff. Probably given my background, you know, I went to varsity, I did something different, but I learned how to learn. I can read a book and I can go and ferret it out on the internet. Initially that was probably how I learned, and then I had a good TFO at the start. So I didn't seek out people to come on. Whereas now that I've kind of got a bit of confidence, we did that beef and lamb innovation farm, and you know, all of a sudden you had scientists and experts coming onto the farm. Surround yourself with good people that kind of share values, are kind of rooting for you. It just speeds that process up so much quicker. So we started with the fodder beet and we kind of got good at growing that, and that was an easy win at the start. And then we started doing a bit of heifer mating. Fodder beet let us get heifers up to weight, so we did a bit of that, and then that led us into beef EQ. And we started a relationship there with the meat company. So the lucerne and the cultivation let us build an engine room that then let us get more out of all the surrounding hill. So some of the most profitable stuff we've done, and it's not the stuff that people can see, is the 10 or 15,000 tonne of lime that we've put on in the last 10 years. Fertility that we've built up, and then the pasture renewal that's gone with it. It's not the sexy stuff, the big shiny stuff, but that's the bit that's actually where the money has been made. Yeah. So and I definitely haven't got it right, where we've spent our money and when. In hindsight, I would do them differently again, but at least we had a crack. What I did at varsity was a lot of finance and economics. And like there's a whole theory, option theory, that options have a value. Even if they never get exercised, they've still got a value. The value of the farm isn't just what we actually physically do, it's all these options. The irrigation thing, now that we've secured it, we've got that option for maybe myself or my kids in 20 years' time that we could be doing, I don't know, cherries or some kind of horticulture or something. We've built that option into the business. And even just little day-to-day tactical options, that's worth something.